Have you been considering a move to Albuquerque, New Mexico? Are you wondering what it's really like living here? Are you wondering about the pros and the cons of living in Albuquerque? I'm here to tell it to you straight and to give you the real answers. Hi, my name is Mitchel Waring. I am a local realtor, your local Albuquerque realtor who's lived here my entire life. So I know all about Albuquerque. I've been here for almost 33 years. So if you have any questions or concerns about what it's like living in Albuquerque, is it the right fit for you? Here's the number below to call me at, 505-401-9001. Let's connect. I'd love to answer any questions you have and make sure we find the right Albuquerque home for you. So going through some pros and cons. Let's go through the first pro, I would say, is our cost of living. We have a pretty low cost of living, especially compared to other alternative cities. If you're thinking about Denver, Phoenix, Austin, Dallas, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, the cost of living is much lower. The affordability of a home is much easier, and it's much easier to afford a home in favorable neighborhoods in Albuquerque than it is in the Phoenix area, Dallas area, Los Angeles area, places like that. Your dollar goes further, and you have more opportunities in Albuquerque for a better price than you do in other places. So your dollar goes further. Cost of living in Albuquerque, it's not too bad. The first con of living in Albuquerque, and really the biggest one, the biggest elephant in the room to address, is the crime rate. Yes, Albuquerque does have a higher crime rate than a lot of these other cities. The rate is higher. We're hoping it's going to get better, but that's still the biggest blemish that Albuquerque has. Although the crime rate is high, I feel like it's not a great representation of Albuquerque as a whole. There's still lots of great neighborhoods, lots of safe places to grow up and to raise a family. There's still great schools. I feel like the crime rate in Albuquerque, yes, is high. I do not believe it is a reflection of Albuquerque as a whole. There are a lot of great people. There's a lot of great areas to live in Albuquerque. But it has to be addressed because that is the biggest knock to Albuquerque is the crime. Another big plus to Albuquerque is the weather. The weather here is fantastic. We get over 300 days of sun every year. We have a little warmer, but for the most part, pretty mild climate. We don't have any crazy storms. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have hurricanes. Don't really have earthquakes. We don't have that. We have sun year round. We don't have a cloudy season like in other parts of the country. Our winters are still sunny. You get a little bit of snow every now and then to bring a little winter charm, but you're not shoveling driveways every day. You're not stuck in the cold. And then in the summer, summers are nice. The summers do get a little on the warm side, but it's not humid. It's not Phoenix hot. It's lovely. You can be outside 365 days a year in Albuquerque. So if you're looking for better weather, look no further. Another con to Albuquerque is it's a smaller city. It's not big. It's not a big city like Phoenix or Denver or Dallas or San Antonio or anything like that. It's a little smaller. We don't have quite as many amenities as some of these other places do. We don't have any pro sports teams. We don't have the big cool amusement parks. We don't have as big of a nightlife scene. Don't have quite as many restaurants, although our restaurants are very good. But we just don't have quite as many, not as many bars. So it's a little slower paced lifestyle than in some of these big cities. We just don't quite have, as many people, as much stuff. It's a little smaller. So if you're looking for big city living, Albuquerque may not be the best fit for you. Another big pro, one of my favorites personally, is traffic. We don't have traffic at all in Albuquerque. You can get from one side of Albuquerque to the other in 30 minutes. Maybe during rush hour, it takes you 45. Driving in other big cities, it seems like you're just living in your car. It's at least 50-minute commute to work. There and back, you're like in the car for 2 hours a day, and that's assuming there's no construction, there's no wrecks. I mean, in Albuquerque, you can find what you need within a 10-mile radius of where you live. That can be your grocery store, your school, your gym, your church, whatever it is you need, it is right there within 10 minutes. Whereas in other places, maybe you have to drive 20 or 30 minutes just to get to the same things. It's a great setup. It's super easy to commute. Really one of my favorite aspects. Then one of the last cons for Albuquerque, which is improving in this area, but it's the job market. Now, again, this kind of goes back to it being a smaller town, a smaller city. We just don't have quite as many options. We have some great options, especially if you are, in the military, if you're an engineer, if you're looking to work for a national laboratory. We have some great opportunities. We're getting more. We're getting much more with Amazon. We're getting a lot of opportunities in the movie industry. Netflix is here. Netflix does a lot of shows in Albuquerque. Obviously, you have Breaking Bad was the big one. There's a lot more that's being filmed in the Albuquerque area. So there's more opportunities. We're not quite to where some bigger cities are as far as the number of jobs, but we're catching up. More opportunities are coming up every day, but for right now, we're still a little behind. So with all this, with the pros and the cons, I have to say Albuquerque is still a great place to live. I've lived here all my life and I have no plans of going anywhere else. You can still, get a good job, have a good home, raise a good family here, go to a good school. It's still lots of opportunities for growth. Albuquerque is a growing city. We're trying to catch up to some of these other big cities. So if you're looking for somewhere maybe a little slower paced lifestyle, a little smaller with better weather, look no further than Albuquerque. It'll be a great fit for you and your family. So if you have any more questions about what it's like living in Albuquerque, what it's like, what my experience has been, I'd love to answer any of your questions. Here's the phone number right here again, 505-401-9001. And I'd love to help you find your perfect Albuquerque home.